Ulisho re-emerging after emergency, hiding behind a pillar for a perfect footage for our channel. Re-emerging in glory, coming back victorious.
Welcome to Hue, day 3.
Good morning.
Today we're going to check out a couple of tombs in the southern part of Hue.
So there's several tombs of the Nogai and Nguyen dynasty here in Hue, but we're gonna visit 2 of them. They're a little bit farther out from the city, so we're gonna rent bikes. What do you say, Dia? The weather got a little bit better. It's still very cloudy and the chance of rain, according to Google, is 100%. But it's not raining at the moment, and we are really hoping that the weather will stay like this, well, during our biking.
The first lunch. Alright guys, so here we have Ban Ram Eats and Bang Kong, as well as our bow noodle bowl. So this is made out of pork, and also you have this fried cracker at the bottom. This is fresh. It's made out of barbecue pork and veggies, and you'll see here that this is like a fresh roll that isn't fried. And here you have a mixture of meat, veggies, noodles at the bottom, and each of them has their own sauce. So this sauce here goes with these, and these can either go with one of these, but be careful, not both. And then you have your sauce for that one. So let's dig in. The nem just arrived, so we have beef here, 6 of them. I think we got the vegetarian option, but you can also get the meat option, so you have that there along with its sauce, so you can try with that. But let's start with these, the Ban Ram Eats, I think. We'll have to check the name, but here you go into them. See that there? Look at that, there's gonna be a nice crunch at the bottom, so let's try that. I'm gonna try it with the sauce. Let's do that here, hopefully I don't drop any. Very good. The crunch at the bottom. This on top is very gluey, so watch out for that because it can kind of stick. Make sure you chew that correctly. But overall, I would say it's very good. It goes really well with the sauce. So definitely try this when you're in Hue. Going to the tomb of Khai Dinh right now on bikes. It's a little bit of our route. So here's what we think is a temple. We're really not sure, but it's very colorful.
It's quite an hour away.
Yeah.
Very
Now
pretty.
let's
go.
work our way through this Hue traffic. Here we have a statue of Quang Trung. He lived between 1753 and 1792.
It's huge.
Now back to our bikes so we can continue to the tomb of Khai Dinh. Guys, just gonna show you a little bit of what the Central Vietnam floods look like. Here's a demonstration. And we have cows or bulls. We're not really sure. Hello.
awesome! Look at this! We made it! I think.
At the moment, we're at the tomb of Khai Dinh. Khai Dinh was the penultimate emperor of Vietnam, and this tomb took about 11 years to build, between 1916 and 1925. And it is dedicated to him. You'll see that it has a combination of both Vietnamese and European influence. We see some of that here with the darkened concrete, but you also see some of that with the interior that we'll go see just a few steps up in the back.
Behind me is the Tien Dinh Palace, the most important place of the entire complex. It is composed of 3 rows of halls. The exterior halls are dedicated to servants, and the middle hall is obviously dedicated to the emperor, the relics, and gold. We are inside the palace and its main section. So this is the palace part, and following will be the crypt and the altar parts. The decorations, the colors, the use of ceramic, and intensity of colors and forms is stunning. It's a very beautiful place. This is a little artificial lake that was constructed during the emperor's time. The earth excavated to create this lake was then placed in the middle to create this little island that the emperor was enjoying visiting and boating around the lake during his free time. We are currently at the burial place of the Emperor Tuduk. He was the fourth emperor of the Goryeo dynasty, and he ruled for 36 years, which was the longest rule of the entire dynasty. Let's go and check it out.
This place is super impressive and it's really big too. It's 12 hectares and the wall that goes around it is 1,500 meters. You really have to come and see the scale of it.
During Emperor's life, this complex served as a summer palace. And of course, after his death, it was transformed into a mausoleum and a worship place.
At one point in time, on this space where we're standing, there stood residences for the palace concubines that accompanied the emperor during his stay in this complex. The temple right behind me was dedicated to the minor wives, not to be confused with the major wives. So, the more you know.
We nearly missed the main point of the visit, which is the mausoleum, because it is located behind the palace and behind the palace wall, which we only found out next to the entrance gate. So we did a very quick detour so we can show it to you and celebrate the emperor ourselves before the end of the visit.
We just finished visiting two mausoleums for Khai Dinh and Tuduk. And from my end, I thought they were super impressive, but because they give you really great insights into the architecture during both of the reigns of these emperors.
Yeah, and what I really liked about it is everything that we learned about history and culture that adds yet another layer to everything that we know about this very beautiful nation that Vietnam is.
Yeah. Now we have several clouds above us. We're going to try to make our way back to Hue. That's how we go.
On bikes.
And so we're having a foie gras. I think this is a crab noodle soup. And that's all I know about it. But it looks very good. So let's dig in. Noodles are very soft.